Alrighty, so I am going to do my best to go over my method of making my articulating wings for my Articuating cosplay. What you see here is some of the things you'll need. You need a set of wire cutters, scissors, some screws, hot glue. You'll need really strong elastic, a good amount of that. You'll need a little saw of some sort. You'll need this to cut PVC pipe. You will need fishing wire and a lot of duct tape. You're also going to need PVC pipe. It doesn't have to be very big. You want it to be light but durable. In mine, the circumference was no wider than that of a penny head. These are the wings. Just for size reference. And yes, they articulate. Ginormous. Common sense, the bigger they are, the harder they are to keep balanced. They're already going to go lopsided. But yes, they articulate fully. I don't quite remember the exact measurements I took for everything to make these, but if you really do need them, I'm positive I can do some digging and figure them out for you and tell you. But starting off with the actual skeletal frame of the wing, since you obviously can't see it because I put hot glue fabric on it already, but I did a little drawing. The green is the fish wire that you're going to use for the pulley. You're going to need 2 little eyelets. This is just going to keep the string in place, but the more eyelets you use, the more points of change of direction for the string. It's going to put more stress on the wing, and that makes it more liable to break. With the skeletal frame, you're going to need PVC pipe, then an elbow, and you're going to need to use the PVC pipe cleaner and glue to get them to stay. Warning, that stuff stains and it smells. Do not do it in your room. And don't wear good clothes when you do it. As for this, you're going to want to cut 2 notches in the pipe, and this is kind of hit and miss because if you go too deep with it, it might snap and break. But the upper half where the top of the wing, the very top corner of the wing is going to be, you want that notch to be a little less shallow, and then where the wing's going to be coming down on, you want it to be more shallow because, I mean, you can see it right there that if you have it lopsided, then the wing is going to be continuously spread out like that if you do it backwards. And that kind of shows it up close how it does that. What I used for this part of the wing, I didn't use PVC for this. I used, it was a copper pole that you use to hold up curtains. And I did that because it bends easier and you can kind of make the curve of the wing, but be careful or else you're going to have it bend too much like it did here. And I have to constantly keep fixing that because the wing, instead of wanting to curve, it tries to do that. So you have to be really careful with the copper wire stuff. But an upside of it is it's lighter. It's lighter than PVC pipe, so the PVC, which is stronger, and this is lighter, it puts less stress on the wing because it's lifting less weight when you pull on the fish wire to get it to pulley it up. And then for the wing bones on the inside, I just used coat hanger wire, and then I put the fabric over it and just pinched it and hot glued it together. Moving on to the brace, the actual back brace itself. It's just a plank of wood, simple as that. You can't really see it through all of the fur that I have because Ulquior's back is fluffy. But that is underneath all the duct tape is a oh lord. You know those flag holders that you nail outside? Like you nail them onto the side of the house, you put the giant flags, and that's all that is. It really makes a good natural curve for the base of the wing that comes out of the shoulder blade. It makes it for like a perfect natural curve. And there's a lower hole and an upper hole. You want to put it in the upper hole. And to keep the wings balanced, I used a crap ton of duct tape. But the downside of that is you can't take the wings out, so it's not really travel friendly. And I'm gonna have a fun time getting this on the bus. And by all means, if you can think of a way to edit any of what I'm telling you, feel free if you can make it more convenient. And if you do, tell me so that I can alter this and make it easier, because this isn't exactly perfectly stable. I've stabilized it as much as I could, but it's not perfect. You can kind of see here where the wing, where it bends down because of that copper. And I have to keep fixing it. To keep the wings stable, it's going to be a lot harder to see, but I used fish wire. And I used the fish wire to make a sort of an X between the two wings. You can hardly see it like that. Let me see if I can turn this around for you. Yeah, there you go. But I used the screw that I used to put it to attach the PVC to this so that it moves. The edge of the screw right here on the inside, I wound like three or four twines of fish wire, because just using one gives it huge liability to snap. You want it to be stronger, so you want to use 3 or 4. And I wound that down to the base of the opposite wing so it makes an X. And it just makes it really stable. As stable as you can get it. So that's that for the wings and the brace. To get the brace to attach to you, which needless to say, putting these on is an art and a balancing act. But I have 2 sets of elastic to slip my arm through. And then I have an upper and a lower belt that has 2 sides. And the upper belt goes above your chest and the lower belt goes below it. And I kind of made it like a little belt because I put duct tape on it and then I ran a screw through it. And then on the opposite listen to me. On the opposite elastic band, I put a hole in it so that it can attach into the screw and hold tight. And I'm already pushing 10 minutes with this video, I'm sorry. And if I miss anything, feel free to ask, because I suck at explaining things. But I'm going to put them on real quick just to show how they work. And I'm going to try to fan them open without knocking anything into my room or my ceiling fan. And I'm about to make a fool out of myself with this, because like I said, it's a balancing act. And if you can find a better way to do this, feel free to tell me. Oh, and the handles. I put duct tape on the ends of the handles because having to pull on fish wire and having that dig into your skin is really not a pleasant feeling. I'll just say that right now. Already knocking stuff over. It'll be really nice at the convention to actually have people help me put things on. If I can just find the other elastic band, we'll be good to go. Oh, I used the wrong one. Herp derp. Alrighty. Let's see if I can do this without breaking anything. But yeah. And the fish wire is really nice because people can't see it, so it makes the wings look more realistic when you fan them out. But I hope that helps. And I wish you luck on your wings. Thanks.